Good evening, my dears. Uh, Traditionally, we start from sound check and video check. If you see me good and hear me good, just write places in the chat. So fast, plus plus. Beautiful. Hello, everybody. Welcome on the broadcast. We started a little early today. Topic of Iris ran. Topic of our broadcast it will be Chasiv Yar, situation in Chasiv Yar, perspective of Chasiv Yar, what will be with the Chasiv Yar, how main target for the Russian forces in the city and why this city important to the Russians, and during broadcast I will show how Chasiv Yar look at this moment and what Russian soldiers do near Chasiv Yar. As you know, a couple minutes ago I published the post about our fallen mates. It's happened a couple days ago, 5 or 6 days ago. We can't give details at this moment, but from general numbers of fallen soldiers, 5 guys, it was our guys, our sergeant and soldiers from the Batman's battalion. Yeah. We can't describe how feeling families of these guys now. Batman coming to the mansion. He is Ukraine now. He visit his fallen guys in a close days. Yes. So yeah, rest in peace. Rest in peace for those guys, and I think we will start our broadcast. As you know, after big success in Avdiivka, Russian forces don't stop his offensive. If you watching all broadcast, on every broadcast I'm say that Russian offensive don't stop on no 1 minute. They try to offense, try to result all times, and the new primary target for the Russian forces it will be Chasiv Yar. In the subscription of the broadcast, I'm attach link on my video about Chasy Yar. Last time I was 1 year ago in a Chasy Yar, and in this video I show what's going on in Chasy Yar 1 year ago. Now situation a little different because frontline more close to the city. At this moment, when we talking about Chasy Yar, we must understand that now Russian forces doesn't come in a city. All fights now near Chasiv Yar. I hope you hear me good. I need a launch microphone. So now we must understand that Russian forces at this moment not in a Chasiv Yar. They try to attack, they try to assault from the Ivanivska and from Bogdanivka. It's right and left flank of the Chasiv Yar. Ivanivska was occupied after Bakhmut. Ivanivska more than 1 year under occupation, and yes, that's these two main directs for offensive, and third directs is the front directs. Main target and primary target for the Russian is occupy Chasiv Yar as soon as it possible, because as you know Russian have tradition to do small victory, to do small success before I don't know, independence, not Day of Russia, Victory Day, or shit, or other Russian shit days. And yes, before 10 May, they wanna assault Chasiv Yar. 2 years ago, when we were in Rubizhne, they promised to occupy Rubizhne to 9 May. They doesn't do this. In previous year, they promised that they occupy all Luhansk region before 10 May, before 9 May. They too don't do this, and I think that they don't occupy Chasy Yar before 9 May, because only 5 days to this celebration. City is very big. Our forces in Chasiv Yar so long time. They have defending position. They have armament. They know this city. It's not something new, because before this offensive, before this assault operation, Chasiv Yar was like a fortress for the wounded guys. It was a point of evacuation, for medical evacuation, and so many stabilized points was in Chasiv Yar. Uh, so many staffs of the battalions and brigade was in Chasiv Yar. 1 year ago, it was a little safety city, because no one direct contact was in Chasiv Yar. Only artillery, sometimes mortars, sometimes howitzers. But at this moment, Chasiv Yar every day under shelling, under bombing. Every day is also on a flank. Every day is also on a front. Jets, cops, and other shit what Russian can use. They use. I have notification that my volume on microphone not enough loud. And yes, I think now better. I will check comments. Increase volume. I hope you heard what I said a couple minutes ago. Because I give a lot of information, I don't wanna repeat it. Just write in the comments. I need to repeat it or no? When I'm use application like a Chrome or something like this, I don't see your comments. I know that now sounds is good, but we are come back to the map. And answer on a question: why Chasiv Yar so important for the Russian forces? At this moment, you can see Chasiv Yar. 3 directs of attack is Bogdanivka, Ivanivska, and Khromovo. And Chasiv Yar is the medium city with a good road system. Near Chasiv Yar, you can see direct road to the Konstantinivka, and distance by this direct road to the Konstantinivka, and you must understand that Konstantinivka is the big city, is the less than 20 kilometers, and I talk about this distance is the distance for the vehicle, for the infantry, for the moving on APC, on MBT, and other shit, but direct distance from the Chasiv Yar to Konstantinivka, it will be 12 kilometers. All Russian howitzers, yes, not all mortars, but all Russian howitzers can shoot under this distance. At this moment, only Smerch and Uragan can bomb in Konstantinivka, but if Russian occupied Chasiv Yar, Konstantinivka will be every day under shelling and under artillery fire. is it's very important for the Russian to occupy Konstantinivka, because Konstantinivka is the gate for the big agglomeration. Is the Konstantinivka, Drushkivka, and Kramatorsk, and after this is the direct way to the Slaviansk. If you occupy this territory, it means that you are control of all Donetsk region. Is the very important cities, because it is the biggest city at this moment on the Ukrainian territory. It's very important to the Russia, but we must understand that is the very big city with a big number of the soldiers, and occupation of the city will not be easy. But Chasiv Yar important, it's strategic important for the Russian, because Chasiv Yar is the gate for the agglomeration Konstantinivka, Drushkivka, Kramatorsk, and after this it will be direct way to the Slaviansk. uh, I will check comments. And at this moment the microphone will be good, because it's the difference launch on microphone. And yeah, and now Associated Press show movie from the Chasiv Yar. Hey, what's going on with the sound? Because I see two line. You hear me good? No problems with the sound? Mm-hmm. Now sounds is good or no? I hope this better. So yes, and now I will show video what's how looks Chasy Yar at this moment. Is the video from the drone. You can see that the biggest part of the building are destroyed. Now it's so similar looks like Avdiivka, because they use air bombs, they use all types of the artillery, all types of the howitzers. You can see that maybe 19% of the buildings are damaged. So yes, in this situation at this moment, but it's not will be a new, because Chasy Yar was under artillery shelling long time. The Russian don't do this ruin for the last couple weeks. Chasiv Yar was systematic ruined and was systematic under shelling, and it's not something new for the Chasiv Yar, as I told. They had artillery every day, but not so massive. But now we must understand that if it's main direct of attack, biggest part of the artillery will be concentrated on this direct, and damage and ruins will be more only increasing and increasing. Yes, and now I will show how they shoot on the Chasiv Yar. Is the controlled aviat bomb Kabe. Same tactics like in Avdiivka. And next video, it's the same. It's the very dangerous types of the weapon, very dangerous. Maybe you cannot see that these bombs totally destroyed buildings, but for the infantry in a basement, for the infantry in these buildings is the very, very dangerous. So we must understand that it's just a couple shots, couple hits, but uh, but at this moment, Chasiv Yar every hour under bombing, maybe every minute, because groups of the Russian more concentrated and concentrated. And yes, and as I told, cities, urban combats don't start at this moment. Only on the flanks, only on a, I can name it village district, yes. And because on the flanks, at first, Russians must occupy a couple small villages who subordinate to Chasiv Yar seat administration, and only after this will start urban operations. 5 days, it's not enough, I hope, and I hope that this Russian idea will be fallen. So, and now I'm find first necrologs from the Chasiv Yar, and necrologs is the Russian necrologs, is the separate part of art. And thanks for the Russian necrologs, we can understand what's unit now fight on this direct, and but his loses on this direct. First, I'm find once of the first Russian guys who die in a Chasiv Yar is the Nazarov Evgeny Yuryevich from Ryazan. He was born in Ryazan, but he served in airborne assault battalion in Kostroma. And yes, is the first necrologs from the Chasiv Yar. It means that our defense are work, our defenders are staying, and when in Russia, when in Russian social networks making post like this, it's mean that always good, and the armed forces of Ukraine working and working with a good result. I don't understand. I don't understand. Volume good only on a screen with the map, or I mean volume bad only on a screen with the map, or in a general screen volume too bad. Give me answer on this question. Aha, volume is plus plus. Is the good? So, and yes, I will make Q&A function. Don't forget that it's work. Yeah, it's start. If I lose or skip some messages in the general chat, you can use Q&A function and give me questions. It will be more easily for me to check it and answer on your questions. So, and don't forget, if you want to support our channel, you can see links on our Buy Me a Coffee and on our PayPal. So, and news about Chasiv Yar is at this moment is the very clickbait news, and is the very interesting news for the all, not for only Ukrainian media and for Ukrainian civilians in the world. Journalists and international media start talking about what will be in a Chasiv Yar, because we have some version that Ukrainian defenders will not fight in Chasiv Yar, they disengage it, but is this information are shit, are fake, because our guys are staying in Chasiv Yar. They will not go out from there, because tactical and strategic situation in Chasiv Yar not so good, but it's possible to fight in this city. And as you know, now fights only on the flanks, and Russian have not a big success on these flanks. And President Zelensky too talked about this on his last briefing. Uh, and interesting fact from Zelensky, he think that if Western support uh, arrive so soon, and with the Western support, we can uh, we can defend Chasiv Yar, and maybe from Chasiv Yar we'll start Ukrainian offensive. But I think it's just a small manipulation from the Mr. President, because defending of Chasiv Yar now, at this moment, at this second, but Western support, uh, so many kilometers from Ukraine, and I know that tomorrow Abrams tanks doesn't come in Ukraine, and after tomorrow F-16 doesn't come in Ukraine. It's just I don't know for who this information. Maybe it's warning for the Western partners, but we must trust to our weapon and must trust to our soldiers who in a Chasiv Yar at this moment. And only these soldiers, these heroes can do something. If we will trust only in a Western support, is a very bad idea. I know that on a broadcast on sorry, today I have not enough concentration for the good spelling of words. My pronunciation are shit today. And yes, I know that we were on a broadcast from the any regions, from the Asia, from the New Zealand, from the United States, and I need your opinion from the Europe. I need your opinion. This time, 11:30 in Ukraine, it's comfortable time for you, for the your regions. Just write in a chat where are you from, and it's good time or bad time, and what will be better, more early this time or more late. Action today, action this day. Where are you from? Good time for who? Because if I will make broadcast in the middle of the week, is the bad time because it's too late if I will go to job. Safedes retired, no questions. Okay, all the time. United States, good time. Netherlands, good time. Ireland, good time. United Kingdom's 10 p.m. right now, good time. Uh, Glasgow, good time. Germany for the weekend is the good time. Virginia, good. Beautiful. And I think if this time for you, if broadcast will be, for example, on a 1 hours early, it doesn't have a big influence. Yes, it's the comfortable time for everybody. I don't see your question in the Q&A function. I had not a lot of materials about Chasy Yar, and you must understand why, because at this moment is the active defense. Uh, Journalist doesn't come there, only soldiers, and no one don't have enough information for media. I'm just to give my small analytics about this. maybe later when we took more information, when I will talk about situation in Chasiv Yar with my mates who now fight in the Chasiv Yar, I will give more interesting details. But at this moment, Chasiv Yar is like a small secret. But I know that moral in a Chasiv Yar on a middle level, because soldiers who will defend Chasiv Yar, they from brigade, uh, they from brigade who defend Bakhmut directs, and these guys a little tired. And why mobilization are important at this moment, because these guys who will go on a service now in these days will be ready to change our guys in a Chasy Yar after a couple of months after training, and now fresh forces is the very important. MP next stream with the Brandon. Brandon, don't invite me on a stream. If he will invite me, I will go with the Brandon. And Brandon don't come on our broadcast. He don't check chat. Brandon busy. Thanks for question. I'm see first questions in the Q&A function. Okay, go talk. First question from the Miriam. Sorry. Miriam, has Chasiv Yar and surrounding village been completely evacuated of civilians? Civilians question in a Chasiv Yar is the difficult questions, and I'm trying to describe why in a couple of words. Government made and organized evacuation from the Chasiv Yar. A lot of people leave from the Chasiv Yar, but very big numbers of people still in a Chasiv Yar at this moment, and they don't want to leave. And I don't know when, but we talk about these people who don't want to go out from the combat zone. We have only a couple types of these people. At first is the people who wait in Russian world. Second type is the people for who doesn't matter and where he will be live, in Russia, in Ukraine. He's not interesting. He wanna only pension, and that's all. And third type is the poor people, is the grandmas, grandpas. They don't have way in other city in Ukraine, then don't have families in other city in Ukraine or out of Ukraine, and they have no choice, and they live in the combat zone. And very big number of the civilians in a Chasiv Yar at this moment. I will Google this. How many civilians now in a Chasiv Yar? Now in the Chasiv Yar more than 680 civilians, near 700 civilians. And in this question we can't say that government do nothing with them. They just don't agree with evacuation. They said no, and they still living in Chasy Yar, and they don't wanna leave from Chasy Yar. Maybe some civilians waiting for the Russian, and they will go in Russia, because after 2014, so many people from the Donbas region they leave from Ukraine to Russia and living at this moment in Russia. Maybe they have family in Russia, but 700 civilians, it's not too much, but for the active combats it's too much. and it will be very very bad when civilians will be near our soldiers. At first, it's very dangerous for the civilians, and at second, we can't trust to all of these civilians because I met with different civilians in Lysychansk and Rubizhne, for example. Oh, Brandon, you talking about me? I have spies in here. Hello, Brandon. I'm just crying to my subscribers that you don't invite me on your broadcast, don't call me, don't invite me on a coffee. Yeah, I'm just crying. I think you forgot about me, but sometimes you send memes in Instagram for me, but sometimes I think that your manager do this. Thanks, Brandon, that you're coming on our broadcast. Glad to see you here. Hey, Brandon, tell me, it's you send me penis memes or it's your manager? And yes, Miriam, I hope I'm answering your question. And civilians in a combat zone, it's a difficult question in all city near front line, and Chasiv Yar too. Because when I last time was in a Chasiv Yar, biggest part of civilian they wasn't happy that our guys living in a Chasiv Yar, and so many civilians waiting for the Russian world. So it's his choice. It's his way, and we can't do something with them. Aha, Brandon, it's you sent. Beautiful, beautiful. I'm just trying to understand your taste. What does Chasiv Yar translate as? Uh, rules of the translating from the Ukrainian cities names, people names. They have not direct translation, but in this name of the city, it's two word. Chasiv, Chasiv, Chas. It's like a time, or Chasiv. It's maybe surname of the owners of plantation, and Yar, Yar. I'm trying to translate this word. One moment. And Yar it's translate as ravine. Yes, but doesn't looking for the sense in name of some Ukrainian cities. It's doesn't have sense. Not a Chasy Yar question, but from a moral standpoint, what has your favorite candy been from Japan so far? I can't. I don't choose for this moment. All all are tasty. So in the yes, and next question. Isn't Chasy Yar on a higher elevation? Yes, Chasy Yar on a higher elevation, and that's one more reason why Chasy Yar is important. Is the higher elevation and is the good view to the neighbor city like Konstantinivka, as I told. And between Konstantinivka and Chasy Yar, we have two ways. Is the main road, like a highway, is the short road, 10 kilometers, very very fast road. You can go from Konstantinivka to this Chasy Yar by this road maybe 15-20 minutes. And other way is the roads on a field. It's more longer but more safety. And Chasy Yar on a higher elevation, and when Russian will occupy Chasiv Yar, 100% that they will launch his rep system, rare system, frontline, front air. I forgot this word. His air spotter will be located in the Chasiv Yar, because from the Chasiv Yar they can correct so many targets for his offensive, and that's the reason why Chasiv Yar so important for them. Hey Brandon, where are you now? You are in Ukraine or you are doing nothing in Europe? Because I don't understand when I check your stories and social networks. Charlie Manson. Are rotation of troops happening regularly, or is it everyone holding out? Rotation is the regular. Rotation is the plan. Yeah, and some brigades do rotation inside of brigades. For example, now on a position first battalion, after a couple months next battalion, and they do rotation inside of brigade. But for example, staff and high quarter of this brigade, they don't leave from a combat zone. And sometimes we have a big rotation when brigade leave from one direct of front line and go on the next. For example, how it was with the 3rd Assault Brigade, Третья штурмова. When they go out from the Bakhmut direct and go fight in Avdiivka, for example, yes. I can't say that it's rotation, because when we talk about rotation, we mean that soldiers go out from the front line and go to the rest, go to the training, and go into regroup. Usually it is the plan event, but some brigades don't leave from the front line more than 1 year, and some brigades don't leave more than 2 years. 24 brigade is we name it Королевская пехота. Royal Infantry. They had first brigade rotation after 2 years of war, but battalion inside had rotation and had a rest. Leave me alone, I'm busy plugging your channel on my community post and Instagram. Thanks Brandon, but you're a little loose, because you're a little late, because this broadcast will be not so long. Too late in Ukraine. Yes, 24 Brigade, 2 years don't leave from the front line. But that's what I told. They had rotation inside of brigade, battalions are changing on the front line, but staff of brigade, they was on the front line, and this brigade a response from the separate direct. Same shit was with the Rubish brigade, when they don't leave more than 9 months from the Bakhmut direct, but they had rotation between battalions. Not all brigade sitting on a position on the front line. Some part on a front line, some part on a safety place in the other city of Ukraine. MP, are you still in service? Yes, I'm still in service. I'm a regular serviceman. Is it true that some frontline positions don't have food? Is it difficult to deliver food to frontline? Uh, we must feel difference between frontline position and how work logistic on a frontline position and rear position on in a front line in general. We must understand that infantrymen who go in a position, they go in a position on a some limitation time. For example, on a 3 or 5 days is the for example. And when we do rotation between sections, between platoons, soldiers took in the hand water, nutrition for 5 or 3 days, and in a biggest situation, we doesn't have a direct logistics to the position. Yeah, it's the very dangerous and the very difficult, and logistic on a frontline position, on a forward position, depends only from how many soldiers going on this position and how many stuff they can took with them. But it doesn't mean that they are sit hungry and had nothing. And logistics on a rear points. For example, they have the canteen, kitchens, they have a cooks, they have a borscht, hot food, but on a frontline position, only MRE, only cans, and that's all. And only nutrition what they took before they go on a position. Yes, it's too difficult, but some guys told that with the MRE, with the Swiss MRE, they can be not hungry. They can be not hungry 2 or 3 days. Yeah, hot dogs from Konstantinivka, from Oka. Yeah, Brandon, you know, you know. Mhm. I heard Russian are using many glide bombs. How do you defend against them? Uh, glide bomb, we doesn't have counter arguments against glide bomb. Very high speed, very difficult to destroy this, unreal to destroy this, and is the aviation tactics they use more than 1 year, and these tactics are work, and this bomb are work, and they do very big ruins. It's too easy with the glide bombs destroy small village after 3 or 5 bombs, but we doesn't have counter arguments at this moment. Uh, if if we wanna fight against glide bomb, we must destroy Russian jets who dropped this bomb. Don't buy the chicken nuggets. It's like picking up a girl when you're drunk. You never feel good about this. It depends where you buy chicken nuggets, Brandon. When I come back to the Donbas, I show for you couple places. So yes, if you want to avoid bombs, if you want to fight against bombs, you must destroy bombers. It's easy. Uh, Charlie Manson, 5 days on MRE, the toilet must suffer on day 6 and 7. It depends from MRE. It depends from MRE. For example, Swiss MRE, it's very spicy because Thailand kitchen are there, and yes, after a couple days of this MRE, your toilet will be very hot. After Ukrainian summer year, you will have no toilet more than 1 week after a couple days of this summer year. It's depend from ration. And don't forget that when I talk about MRE, it's I don't mean that is the package with the army MRE, because soldiers can took canteen with the beef, fish, and other they grab when they can took when they can collect in his backpack. So it's not only but some types of MRE. Brandon, new task for you. You must make a review for hot toilet after 5 days of MRE. You are ready for this challenge? I think it's the more dangerous than surströmming. Yes, after this, you're right. After some MREs, your toilet like after KFC. Same shit, same. No foreigner in the army has solid shit. I think you have. I think you have. Who invite Brandon on a broadcast? He make comments about penis and about shit. Brandon are hooliganer there, but I'm very happy that you are come, Brandon. Too much borscht. Yes, but if we talk about nutrition in a rear zone, they have borscht, they have a good nutrition because kitchen and canteen in the rear zone are working. And they have products. On a front line, soldiers not hungry. Soldiers be hungry only if he is lazy and he don't took MRE. And we must make the idea for you how looks soldier on a position and how it's work. Yeah, we must understand that the soldiers don't sit on a position more than 2 weeks because it's unreal for the health, for the psychology. It's very difficult. Yeah, we have some situation, but usually units do rotation between platoons, between section, and every 5 or 7 days soldier have small rest in the rear zone. He doesn't go to the weekend, for example, in his city to his family, but he have couple days for the sleep and for training and for regroup in a rear zone. And yes, he will not be hungry. And from personal experience, if you hungry 2 days, it's okay. 3 days is a little difficult, but it's still okay. And situation are changing because now we have a static defense. It's not a shit what's happened 2 years ago in a Kiev when you sit in a position and think that you leave from this position only when war will finish it. No, now we have a static front line, we had a static rotation, and it's not a problem. But we must understand and feel difference between small rotation on the position, between platoons and sections, between companies, between battalion, and the general word rotation for the brigade when all brigade leave from the front line and going to the peaceful territory in his city of his dislocation. Serious question from the Brandon. Have you been to Drushkivka? Have you seen to Moskvich? You mean our green Moskvich? Nah, forgot about this. local ma local mafia stole Moskvich. Local mafia do this. You can forget about this green legendary car. Forgot about this. I can't sell this for you and for your subscribers, Brandon. I'm so sorry. Because influence of local mafia in Drushkivka very big. We can't do something with this shit. I'm scared of this guy. Okay, my dears, I hope that this broadcast was very informative for you. When we will talk more updated from the Chasiv Yar, we will discuss about it on our broadcast, more shorter broadcast, but I will try to collect actual and new information for you. Have a good day, have a good night, depends from your region. And thanks for your activity in the chat, thanks for your like, thanks for your support our channel. See you later, my dear. And separate thanks for the guy who invite Brandon on a broadcast, and for Brandon that you come, because sometimes without your shit humor broadcasts are sad. Yeah. So thanks for attention, my dears. See ya later. Stay safe.